Hello everyone, welcome to D365 Junction, your go-to destination for all things Dynamic 365 finance and operation have. In today's video, we will be see how to provision your user in the development environment. But before we jump in, if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you never miss out our latest content. Okay, so let's get started. So assume you have downloaded the development environment from the LCS and now you are able to access the environment. So once you are able to access the environment, you need to go to the browser to see if you can run the application or not. The finance and operation application runs through the browser and through the URL. So to get the URL, you need to go in the ISS server. Okay. So now you have to hit enter and ISS server, Internet Information Services. You have to click this. And once you click this, the ISS manager window will be open in front of you. So here on the left side, your local host is coming. Now you have to drill it down, go to sites, and then AOS services. Once you take the AOS service, you see the options will be enabled at the right side in the action pane. From the action pane, you have to go in browser website, and this is the link through which you can access the finance and operation application. So you have to click this URL. Once you click this URL, it will take you to the application Internet Explorer. And now you can see the URL in the browser, but unfortunately, the application is not running. And that's why this video has been made. Okay, so to run this URL, first we need to provision the user. So how we can provision the user? Okay, so now you have to go on the Azure portal to register the application. Okay, so let's go and I will tell you how we can do that. Okay, portal.azure.com. Okay, from here, you need to sign in with your partner source ID, or if you are a customer, then you have to enter your customer ID. If you are a partner, then you have to enter your partner ID. So I'm entering my ID. Okay, I have signed for the multi authentication, so that's why it is giving me this option. But it's vary upon your ID and your account. Okay, so once I get in, let me give a second. I just want to enter the code so that I can log in. Here we go. Okay. So now, once we are able to enter in Azure portal, you have to go in app registration. Okay. The app registration option. And now here we need to create the new app for this environment. All right. So uh, you have to click on new registration. In new registration, you have to enter the name. For example, I would say D365 NR 160 test. Or you can say it new. Okay. And now you can see a multiple options under support account types. So if you are using a single tenant, you have to select the first option. If you are using the multi-tenant, you have to select the other, and so on and so forth. Okay. So I'm using a single tenant. So I have selected the first. And if you go down, you can see the redirect URL. That's the optional thing, but if you select it, it will be good. So I'm selecting here from the drop down is I'm selecting web, and in this in this field we have to enter the URL. So it should be the URL of your application URL. So you have to see what the URL is. So you already checked it from in past, and now you need to just copy it from Internet Explorer and paste it over here. Okay. So let me see. Okay, here it is. So I just copy it and paste it over here. This is the URL which we get from the ISS server. Okay. Now you just need to hit the register button at the bottom. Boom, the application is created on the Azure. Now you just need to copy the application client ID. This ID need to be entered in your development environment so that your development environment can link from this Azure application. Okay, so now I'm copying this, copy, and now I'm going back to my environment. Okay. Once you are back in your environment, you have to generate a self-signed certificate. Okay, so you see the option on the desktop, generate self-sign, right click it and run it as administrator. Once you see this application screen, you see here it is written, please enter the application ID. So you need to paste the ID which you have copied from the Azure portal and then hit the enter button. So it is asking for you that do you have an existing certificate for the provided application? We should say no and hit enter. So now it is creating the certificate in your environment, and it will take about 10 to 15 minutes according to the configuration and specification of your environment. So once it will be done, you can see the success message on your screen. So once the self-signed certificate has been generated, you can see the success status on your screen. So now you can see here it is mentioned new self-signed certificate has been generated, the configuration files update and service restarted, which means your application service is also being restarted. Now you have to provision your user. So now we need to go on admin user provision option. We need to first close this screen, and now we need to go on admin user provision. Double click this option and then you will see a new pop-up screen so that you can provision your user. It's taking some time. Now here it is. Okay, so here you can see there are two fields, email address and provider. The email provider is already set as AAD global, so you don't need to change it. Just you need to enter your email address here so that your user can provision and the application can run. Okay, so now I will enter my email address, and this is the address from where uh, on which you have registered your application on the Azure portal. So you have to input the same account here. And after that, you hit the submit. Once you enter your email address, you need to submit it. So now you can see your user has been provisioned and you will get a success message like this. Admin user successfully updated and with your email account. Okay. Now we need to click OK. And now we need to go on the Internet Explorer to open our finance and operation application. Okay. So now in new tab, you have to paste the URL which we copied in the start. And if you forget how to get it, you can get it from the ISS server. Okay. Now, once you paste the URL over here, you need to hit enter. And then you can see your finance and application, finance and operations come alive. Woohoo! Great. So now uh, we have opened the finance and operation application and our users is successfully provisioned. So this brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you found this information helpful and valuable. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your colleagues and friends, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to this D365 Junction for more insightful content on Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the possibilities with Dynamics 365. Thank you.